Let's become relaxed by breathing in a little bit more deeply than usual. Feel that breath move into your body. Your ribcage gently expands. Your shoulders rise. Breath moves in, making you feel more spacious and light. Then moves out again into the room away from you. As you breathe in, you'll feel your whole body gently move back and forth, as if it's swaying to the current of a great invisible ocean. Breathe in deeper still. Let your whole body move with that breath. Find any parts of you that feel tense or tight, that hurt or are strained. Breathe to those areas and send out that tension, any pain, out on the breath. Breathing in a sense of warm, golden light, sunshine inside your body, warming your cells, glowing, moving through your bones. Let that glow move from your lungs all the way in every direction. Find the extremities, your toes, fingers, the tips of your ears. Breathe in the golden light. Let all of your muscles be relaxed by this breathing, becoming supple, so that whether you're sitting or lying down as you breathe, you can surrender completely to gravity. While you're breathing in and out, relaxed, you're gliding effortlessly forwards, driving along a highway that's empty of all other traffic. White lines run to the horizon. The sun is beating down strong. On either side of the highway, silver blue leaves float in the air. Ghostly eucalyptus trees, unbroken to the skyline. The intense azure sky brings each branch into sharp focus, the shadows jet black. You've been driving for a long time, alone in your car, but now you begin slowing down, approaching a rest area. The car stops. You turn it off, open the door and step out. The heat pushes forwards after the air conditioning. Around you hear the scratchy roar of insects. You're standing, stretching after your long journey. The rest area is deserted. Its benches and tables feel out of place. If you turn your back to your car and face the bush, you notice a path of orange soil snaking into the undergrowth. And just before that orange pathway, over at the edge of this rest area, there's a trash can. As you walk towards that pathway, feel how your hand is swinging at your side, is weighed down, heavy with a handful of keys, pushing out between your fingers as spiky as a medieval mace. Car keys, house keys, work keys, keys to other people's houses. Feel their weight in your hand for a moment. Go through each key. Note the responsibility it holds. We're now level with that litter bin. Put your hand over the bin. Open it and move on. You've dropped the keys and you're aware of the sudden loss of weight. It frees you. Your movements become fluid as you begin to walk along the orange pathway. The trail is of hot, sandy soil, snaking between the foliage, vivid under your feet. There's colour in the greenery, rainbow parakeets in the distance flashing with green and red. Exotic flowers rise. The bush is more open, more spacious than you thought. Between the gums, the expanses fizz with insects, the irregular calls of birds, and the sun is sharp, sobering on your skin. You're walking at your own pace. Your feet are moving dreamlike. The pathway's taking you and you surrender to it. You surrender to the dreamy heat. You have that feeling we sometimes get exploring far from home. That realization that not one soul is aware of where we are now. The dusty orange pathway widens beneath your feet. You're entering a clearing where a wide gum tree sits at the center. The fat trunk sits as if it's drunk on the ground, its branches rising in disarray, stark and bleached. Fallen bark around it forms an exploded star in silver bronze, radiating outwards in strips. Those strips seem to beckon inwards, draw you towards the trunk, and they crunch as you walk over them. This wide silver trunk is living art, overlaid in wafer browns, smooth layers you can feel beneath your fingertips. Feel how loose the bark is in places, or it gives a little bit under your fingers where it can pull away like paper. Between your fingers and your thumb, get hold of a piece of bark now and pull at it. Unroll it from the trunk. As you detach it, you'll find on that newly exposed trunk there's a symbol or a word left there on the living wood, and it's a clue to guide you in future directions in life. What does this old gum have to tell you? The path continues a ginger river through the greens. It becomes straighter, wider, no longer a meandering nature trail, pushing along with purpose now, forging ahead. To one side of you there's a long raised platform covered in grass, and from it 5 palm trees rise in a straight line. This was once an old railway route, and the raised platform was a station, long ago reclaimed by nature. Behind the 5 palms that are rising like sentinels, a low moon peeps through, and once you spot it, you wonder how you missed it. Let's think of the many other places you've seen this same moon face from. This tilting face, frozen, singing in the distance of space, bouncing fine light to you, to the special moments in your life. Spend some time with this moon framed in the gentle palms, noticing the craters you know so well, drinking in that subtle but strong light. Bring to mind other precious times when you stood with the moon, when it had a message for you. Can you remember those other places and times, those other people who were you, and what the moon had to say? Your feet have drifted on, you're walking again, leaving the trail. You want to discover what's behind this platform, what stop this old railway once served. You're following a path down an incline. Among the eucalypti you find a dry creek bed, boulders that are round, waiting for the next rain. Above you, tall bamboo is towering like a cliff. Dusk is falling, so fast that you're startled by the brightness of the moon. In its glow, you notice a way leads through the bamboo's rustling walls. You're sensing lights, human lights ahead through the trees. You can hear the murmur of voices. If you step out from the rustling bamboo, there in the moonlight is a structure between the trees. It's twice your height, a white cone with 12 sides and a single closed door at its front. Glowing solar lanterns lead to its door. Overhead, stars are between the silhouetted branches. The night is peaceful out here under the moon in this open part of the bush. But you're drawn to the laughter you can hear inside this cone. So go between those lines of lights up to that single door, open it, and then step inside. Inside, it's much larger than you expected. The cone is spacious enough for several people to lie in here on their backs, feet at the center, heads resting on cushions at the outer wall. The space is lit by candles. In the center, there are 3 large gongs. You feel welcome here, and you're ushered to the one empty place amongst the others. You lie down, your feet in the center, your head at the outside, and you complete their star. Everybody has their eyes closed, so with the cushion under your head, you get comfortable and close yours. As you lie here, waiting, you sense more than 12 people in this cone. You feel there are unseen people present from other times, even from other species. You've entered a place in the night reserved for healing, where you can choose an area of your own life that can be cleansed, reset. So choose that area now. Think of the strong, savage power of the bush, what it can strip and cleanse, what a place this deep in its night might achieve. Outside your closed eyes, you grow aware of waves of sound. Deep, sonorous metal swells past the soles of your feet, moving into every cell. They move through bone muscle, skin, into your body, flow around as waves of bliss. Another metallic swell steals in, softening your ankles, your knees. It slides with an easy strength to coil and spiral around your spine. The sound waves rub calm deep into your shoulder blades. They move heat up your neck. They gently play over your skull and drift outwards through your forehead. Air moves as the gongs sway, and each marrow-deep note blends inside your body, merging and carrying you, pulling you along the airwaves. The water in every cell rises, settles, a shimmering wave. Breathe deeply. Calmness is submerging your body all the way to your core. Let this same calm find the life area you've chosen to work with. Breathe the calmness in. Let the sound waves steal through you and channel this peace to the life area you've chosen. As you lie here cradled in sound, remember the moon, that white face with its crater eyes and its mouth. So near you could touch it across that area of space. In your mind's eye, the moon's surface is larger than before. It's filling your vision, blanking out the surrounding stars. It seems so close that your own familiar feet are dangling above its surface. And now your feet drop in slow motion onto cool, white dust. You're on the moon's surface. The dust glows of its own accord. Reach down, pick up a cold handful. Notice how its fine spray falls from your fingers, sparkling with inner light. Turn and spin, dance in the reduced gravity here. Kick up dust waves that slowly flatten again. Each grain of dust holds a story. It tells the tale of your life seen from the moon. That same moon in the clear skies that watches you, whether you're awake or not, through your whole lifetime. It knows all the insights that ran through your mind. That wisdom is in every glittering grain. bring a handful of this moon dust upwards, up to your chest. Let its sparkle move into you, pulsing through your body, unfurling like roots to take hold. In your mind's eye only, you're opening your eyes, looking about in candlelight inside this 12-sided cone. The gongs are back in the center. All the other people are gone. You rise up, stretch, refreshed and buzzing with energy. It's time to begin the journey back to your waking life. So step towards the door of this cone, past the gongs. Opening the door, you find the bush silver with moonlight, the bamboo moving softly in the wind, and the solar lights lead outwards. At their end, turn and say a silent farewell to this cone of quiet surprises. You'll feel the wind become stronger, a breeze moving round your shoulders seeming to turn you. You're as light as a feather and it can easily pick you up and begin to circle you away from the landing lights below, lifting you higher over the silver expanses of bush. Remember where your body was left, whether it's sitting or lying down. Sense with your mind's eye where that body is waiting for you, and move over close to where its physical outline is. So breathe in, notice how your ribcage expands a little bit. Breathe in and feel your shoulders rising slightly. Let yourself slide all the way down your spine. Slide down through your hips, right down to where your ankles, the soles of your feet, and your toes are. Imagine there's a very fine silver, cool dust slowly filling up your body. The ankles, up through the calves. Breathe in again and feel those many, many fine points, that tickling as the dust settles all the way to your knees. As you breathe into your body, begins to fill upwards through your thighs, all the way up now to your hips. And that dust is continuing to fill all the way up now, up to where your shoulder blades are. Carry on breathing in and feel the many, many tickling points as that dust trickles down your arms, cool, sliding down to your fingertips, filling up your palms. Now the wrist is filling up through your lower arm to the elbow, becomes heavier, cooling itself with that dust. Now it's filling your upper arms all the way to the shoulder. Carry on breathing inwards and outwards without any effort. And let's imagine now that cool dust is bringing yourself back in all the way up the neck, up to where your chin is, filling up the back of your skull. Imagine the right weight is coming back to your jaw, your cheekbones and your nose. You're filling yourself back up around the eyes, there in the back of the head, all the way up to the top. Keep on breathing and explore this new heavy body. Are there any parts where the dust hasn't quite settled? Any parts that still feel spacey or empty? Adjust yourself very slightly. Breathe in again. Feel the dust settling so that all empty places now are filled. Your whole body is the right weight. You might want to try wiggling your toes a little bit, moving your fingers just a fraction so the muscles give those creak sensations. And when you do feel that your whole body has become yours again, have one more good deep breath, and with it, open up your eyes.